I am Mark Ernest Z. Miranda from 11 STEM. And this is Health.
Der nächste hier, Michael Kunyuga, hat sich nochmal nach vorne gearbeitet.
Why health is important to athletes and how it affects them in sports.
Und von hinten kommt der nächste, da muss er jetzt rüber und der krabbelt übers Ziel, das ist ja Drama pur. Aber er hat es gerade noch so geschafft. Michael Kunyuga.
Health is something that needs to be maintained even if you're not an athlete. There are ways on how to keep your body maintained and healthy. Some of these ways are eating a lot of vegetables and fruits and avoiding junk foods in your diet. As an athlete, they have to stay fit and healthy because they compete against other athletic people who might have a better physical appearance than them. Also, a reason why being healthy in a sports is important is because most sports requires a body that can withstand any conditions. But there are some sports that require an obese body, and that is a sumo wrestling in Japan. Being a sumo wrestler requires a bigger body or overweight because the way this sports works is by pushing your opponent off the circle, and it's an advantage if you are bigger than your opponent. The risk of being an obese is having a heart attack and a stroke. That's why it's not recommended by doctors to be a sumo wrestler because there are a lot of health risks.
Athletes represent the peak of human potential. They can reflect our hopes and dreams, but they can also reflect our failures and shortcomings. Mental illness affects 35% of elite athletes, which may manifest as stress, eating disorders, burnout, or depression and anxiety. Some risk factors that are heightened in this population are heavy training demands, pressure to perform well, inadequate sleep from intensive training, and stigma related to mental illness in sports. Statistics show that elite female athletes are more likely to be diagnosed with a psychological problem than men, and appear more susceptible to difficulties encountered in their environment than their male counterparts. Female athletes were also 56% more likely than males to have suffered from an anxiety disorder over their lifetime. The stigma attached to mental illness is predominant in the athletic world due to emphasis on appearing physically and mentally fit, and the belief that mental illness is a sign of weakness. Stigma is the main reason why many athletes with mental health conditions don't seek the help they need. Many athletes fear that disclosing mental health symptoms or disorders could reduce chances of maintaining or signing professional team contracts or major advertising campaigns. Two conditions identified as uniquely impacting athletes are performance anxiety and identity loss.